Hi everyone, Colin here. I just wanted to share this box with you. I found it on a website called Paper Craft Button by Elaine Jackson, and I just thought it was stunning and I wanted to share it with you. This is the one we're making in my class tonight, and this is made in Smoothie with the beautiful friendship paper, and here it is in the Bashful paper, and we are actually going to make it in the sapphire because that's the colours in it. We could also use the canary as well, or even make it in the grey, whichever suits you, but we're just going to make these because those gorgeous little bows. Oh, I've lost the plastic bag. Oh, I had it a minute ago. The little bows that come with them, the little compliments, I just think they're gorgeous, so we're going to be using those. I've used one on here, and if I hadn't had that I would have put one on there too, but we're going to be doing it in the blue, so let's get started. It is a decent sized box. It measures 3.5 inches that way, it measures 2 inches this way, and to the point it measures 3.5 to that point there, but the actual full length of it is about 6 inches, so it's about 6 inches high. So I just think it's quite a nice little box. I really love the paper clips at the moment, the heart, what are they called? Gold heart clips. I just think they're lovely. You get 6 in a pack, and they're $10.50. They're not cheap, but they are beautiful, and that's just what I wanted them for, to hold the box shut. So let's get started. So we'll take our piece of cardstock, which measures 8 inches by 11.5. And I was debating whether to do the light side or the dark side. Which sides are going to match? I might do the light side. So taking our scoreboard, now I hope you can see that. Oh, I've just got to have a wrestle here. Yep, that's all right. So we're going to score it. I better get my information sheet out. It's not like I haven't made hundreds of them, but anyway. So we're going to score, excuse me, on the long side first, which is the 11.5 inch side, and we're going to score that at 3.5. and again at 5.5. Then we're going to turn it. Now if you're scoring on a bigger scoreboard, you would then score at 9 and 11, but because mine is smaller, I'm going back to 1/2 inch and then 2.5, and that gives me all my sides, so it'll look like that. So then I'm going to turn it this way onto the 8 inch side, and I'm going to score that at 2 inches and 5.5. And if you had the bigger scoreboard, you would then score it at 7.25. But because I don't, I'm turning it back and I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. And that's your box. Now we'll just lay it back in. We're going to do a half a score line down here to this first score line at 4.5. And on the other side we'll do it at 1.5. So I just flip that over so you can see. Yep, there you go, you can just see that. There's those marks. Now we'll remove our scoring board, and I'll take a ruler. Now we're just going to join up those lines from there to that line there and score. So from there to there, because we're just effectively adding just that triangle into that space. So we'll do that on the other side. Right, so that's all that bit done. Do excuse my head. Now we'll burnish and fold all our score lines. Now all the measurements will be up on my blog. Feel free to pop over there, colesyscraftycorner.wordpress.com, and you can have a look. I'll have all the instructions, the video, the instructions, the measurements, everything will be over there for you to have a look at, plus some photos. Now we'll just take our scissors. Now we're just going to remove this section here and clip it off there at an angle, and a little angle off there. And then we're just going to cut up these sections here, and we'll just wedge into these a little bit. So straight up. And then notch into the little squares. There we go. I'll just remove those bits. So this is what you will have. Something that looks like that. Now for the top one, I don't burnish this one. I'm just going to gently just lift it and just press it back, because it doesn't need to fold right back, because it's when it goes around it's just going to sit up and that'll all squeeze in. So what I want you to do now is just gently press it in your little, where you've just scored them, those little triangles. There we are. Now we're going to take our paper, which I've got here. Oop. Now you'll need 2 large pieces that measure 3 1/4 inches squared. And then you'll have your 2 side pieces which measure 3 1/4 by 1 3/4, and you'll need 2 of those. And then for the top, it needs to be 3 1/4 by 1 1/2 inches, and you need 2 of those. So we'll set to and we'll just put these on now. I think this was just a lovely box. I've changed it slightly to the way Elaine had it. She had it a bit shallower at the top, but I wanted to be able to put the gold paper clip in, so that's why I made it just a little bit deeper at the top. But I just think it was just such a lovely, sweet little box. And it's so easy to make. Actually, I might just add it. That's better. And our last piece. There we are. Now I'm just going to fold this over, because I want to get the adhesive right down the very edge here. Now fold that in, fold this over. Join it together. Now I know this is the back where the join is, so I'm going to tuck the 2 flaps in and the back, add adhesive to just this section, and bring that up and square it up. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just rub all that. And then when you pinch and squeeze, that brings that all in nicely. So now we'll just get our gold clip and stick that onto the top like so. So it'll sit like that. Now maybe I've got it back to front. Oh, that's better. I had it back to front. There we go. So it'll sit like that. Now I've used the oval thin cuts. I've used the 2 1/2 inch oval and the 2 1/4 inch stitched oval thin cuts. Oh, here we are. For these. So that's the 2 1/2 and the 2 1/4. And now I'm just going to stamp this little one, I love it. It's my favourite. It's M1186, and it's just a little birthday greeting. It's $4.50. I absolutely love this little stamp. I use it on so many projects because it's just such a great size. Now I'm going to stamp this in sapphire ink. I'm going to put 3D foam dots behind it because I find that's the only thing, that and sometimes glue dots are the only thing that sticks to the gold. Oh. Bring in the gold glitter circle. Peel off the dots. Attach this to the middle with a bit of guesstimation. Ta-da! Add some adhesive to the back and stick this to the front of our box. And hope it's straight. Now we'll take one of our little bows and just stick that underneath. I mean, you don't have to use the blue. I could have used the pale pink, or I could have used the smoothie. I couldn't think of the name of it. So you've got Bashful, Sapphire and Smoothie. So I could have used any one of those on there, but I've chosen to use that. So I hope you like these little boxes and give them a go. So till next time, keep on creating and bye for now.